it's actually raining. Ooh, it's raining. I'm getting wet. Come here, Morris. Here you go. I'll save the one for the bricks for a little later. Wow, something got in down here to straighten the doghouse out. Hey, Mart. Good morning, Marty. Good morning. Good morning, Morris. Love you, buddies. Love you, Mart. Well, it was sprinkling, raining when we went to bed, and then it was raining when we got up this morning, but it's not been that much rain. I doubt it's even a quarter of an inch. It's been pretty light stuff. There was a deer down by the gnome home right after I got up this morning. He started setting off my deer alarm, my motion alert. I went out and encouraged her to move on. I think it was a her. I think it's the one that drank out of the bird bath the other night, getting kind of bold coming up in my yard. I just said, move on. Get out of here. And eventually she got the gist and hightailed it toward the environmental park. Well, we've had 3/4 of an inch of rain since midnight. And it's still coming down pretty darn good. Wow. You can't see the water in front of the gnome home very well on film. I can tell that it's rushing through there pretty good. If you look up here in the woods, though, clearly you can see the runoff coming down. And so when it looks all wet up there like that, the water comes rushing through the creek pretty good. It was very low, the creek. So, you know, it's not, you know, as rushing through there as it might have been some other times. But the hawks need frogs, so we need rain in the creek. That's great. I'm glad to see it. I'm sorry for the people that wanted to have picnics today. And the weatherman said it wouldn't be a washout and it may dry up this afternoon, but it's not a good day for swimming, which people wanted to do. The splash pad's open and, you know, it's just not a good day for summer activities except for sitting inside and relaxing. Or on your screen porch reading a book, listening to the rain or something. Of course, I can always sit out here. The mosquitoes probably aren't too bad today. I was hoping we could go for a walk again. And we still may. It's early. It's not even 11 o'clock yet. I should add that Marty and Morris are both in the cat hotel dry. They moved off the platform. I guess it got a little too intense. And we have seen the bluebirds go in the bluebird house for the first time yesterday, like they might be inspecting it for potential another brood. Or they just visited. I don't know.
So I'm out here in the laundry room, and there's nothing in the dryer. There's not even dryer balls in the dryer. The vent is clear. And I'm running it on air dry only. I'm measuring the power consumption of the motor. I'm going to do it for 10 minutes. And since I didn't want to have to start it exactly on the number to get 10 complete minutes, I'm running it for 12, and I'm going to go measure it. But back in January, it was pulling about 8.2 watts per minute. We'll see how much the energy consumption is here now. The dryer is on its last leg. We have ordered a new dryer. The dryer served us well. I'm not complaining about it. The fact that we've gone to the time of use that starts at 11 p.m. makes it easier to live without the time of use or delayed start. Although the one we ordered has a smart app control that you're supposed to be able to have a Alexa routine set it up. But anyway, as you can hear, the dryer is really noisy. It's not long for this world. The new dryer will be here Wednesday. Today's Monday. So hopefully this thing will hold out for the next couple days, because in today's world, you can't live without your appliances.
Well, it has stopped raining for a bit. Tempest says we're at 1.18 inches. We're going to try to get in a walk at the park because I had so much pain relief yesterday from walking around for a while on the trail that it's worth it. Gasp, we have cat footprints on the hood of the Cybertruck. We knew that was coming. Right?
That's right.
Because the GMC always had footprints, so there's no way we were not going to have footprints.
They christen everything.
But I do think that coming up from Fayetteville, there's more moisture. I don't think it's done. Well, I don't know if they missed us or not, but I know the trail's definitely showing signs that we haven't been walking lately.
That's what I meant.
You can tell. Yep. We're going to walk the trail down and back. So, you know, not as far as sometimes, but more than nothing. We think we can get that in based on the radar. Yeah, we haven't been down here since they did the dugouts. I mean, out of the car, walked over here. That's nice. It's a perfectly new dugout, and then we used the old trash can. Oh, funny. Well, that's interesting that it's wood up there. Exposed, not painted or anything.
Yeah.
How much more work could it have been to spray the gray paint?
Yeah, especially since they painted it after the wood was up.
Yeah, they painted it, but they were very sparse in their painting. That kind of crap, when that happens, that drives me nuts.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm the person that paints underneath the stuff you can't even ever see.
You want to take the tank off the toilet, tank behind the toilet.
Of course, and up underneath the light over the kitchen sink. Just because you can't see it, does it mean you don't gotta paint it? Where are you? Where are you? Come here.
I'm over here.
Where?
I'm here.
Okay, there you are. Realize it's summer and grass seed would have just died, but probably should have planted some to hold in the dirt until the fall when we could really do something about the grass. Well, it's a little disheartening to see that they haven't been mowing regularly. They used to mow it and keep it really nice, but not so much anymore. The kudzu will take over here. Actually, even mowing over top of it's not particularly effective because that gets the leaves but not the vine. Takes somebody coming in and cutting it different. Walking the trail and hand doing it, or some other piece of machinery besides an edger thing instead of a lawnmower. And, you know, this is an example of like 3 or 4 years of not doing anything, and the sweet gums took over the area. If Don didn't go into our woods and do what he does, ours would get taken over and be that dense too.
Sweet gums will take over.
Yeah.
They grow fast, they grow thick.
Really deep root.
Really deep root.
Yeah. Very prolific. Not bad in a windstorm, but
No, you don't have to worry about them in a windstorm.
well, it's good to hear and see the creek moving so fast today. Been a while. Loving it. Well, here's the entrance at the other end of the trail. The entire sewage lift station has been decommissioned and removed. Yeah, I mean, it's gone. It's clear. Yeah. Yep. And they really have, for the most part, cleared everything out. We found a little bit of broken green pipe that had washed up after so many rains. We picked up some pieces, and looks like there's just a little bit of stuff right here they didn't haul off like they should have. But for the most part, it's clean. So we made a full circle. We went down to the end of the trail, and then we walked up past the church. By the time I got to the church, I wanted to record another video, but our hands were so full of trash we couldn't do anything. The butterfly garden back behind the church is looking really nice. Somebody has
put some time
in it, including labels and everything. They did not take down the birdhouse. They did not remove the baffle. It's over there in the corner by the...
And they added a bird bath.
And then it looked nice. But down the trail, the men's auxiliary, what would you call it? The men's, What's the right word? The men's club.
Yeah, right. We called it the Baptist Men, but I don't know what they would call it there.
At there, yeah, they need to walk the trail and pick up some trash, some cans. That
Actually,
kids,
they don't need to do that. They need to get the youth department.
They need the kids to go down the trail with a couple of adult supervisors.
That's correct. That's what they need to do.
It's been a while. You can tell some people have been partying out in the woods over there. And we had no capacity to pick it up at that point.
My hands were full, and I must have dropped 6 beer cans. IPA. They really like their IPA around here.
Yeah, that's just a shame that they cleared the trail, but then, you know, people go in there and leave their trash behind. I could see the kids sneaking in there for a beer, but god damn it, just go put the cans where they belong afterward, okay?
Yes, right.
Let's see what else. I guess that was about it. We've made it back to the car before the rain, but it's looking like it's getting close now.
Yes, that's right.
And it's 100% humidity, and my hair is soaked, and my hat was so daggone hot, and
I'm sticky.
Yeah, if you've never had the pleasure of going for a 2-mile walk in 100% humidity up a hill, then I recommend you skip it. Well, Don and I drove by the police department thinking the flags of fallen soldiers would be here so we could stop and pay our respects. This is where it was last year, but it's not here. It could be on Main Street somewhere. I didn't get a confirmation. I don't know where they are. I guess it would be helpful if they would stop moving it. Although maybe they've moved it for reasons out of their control. Anyway, take a minute to be appreciative of your American freedoms and
those who paid the full price.
Yeah, Americans. And it started out as a holiday for World War II, right? No, World War One.
I don't really know. I think it was World War One. It caused it to make the calendar. That's right.
Okay. Well, all I was going to say is there were plenty of soldiers from other countries that fell at Normandy and World War II that we are also grateful to for their assistance in keeping our freedom as well. Hey, Grok. Please tell us about the origins of Memorial Day.
Memorial Day began after the American Civil War as Decoration Day, with early local observances like freed slaves honoring Union dead in Charleston, South Carolina on May 1st, 1865. It was formalized nationally on May 30th, 1868 by General John Logan of the Grand Army of the Republic, calling for graves to be decorated with flowers, and became a federal holiday on the last Monday in May from 1971.
That took a while.
Yeah.
So which president was that?
That would be Nixon.
No president started it.
I meant in 1971. Who was instrumental in making it a national holiday?
Nixon.
President Lyndon B. Johnson signed the Uniform Monday Holiday Act into law on 28 June 1968, making Memorial Day a federal holiday observed on the last Monday in May, starting in 1971. Congress passed it to create 3-day weekends.
All right, thank you. Goodbye. Hey, Grok. Do you know where the Flags of Remembrance for Soldiers is located in Fuquay Arena this Memorial Day? I imagine she's going to have to look for that. Bob Barker Company.
The Flags for Heroes display honoring soldiers and veterans is at Bob Barker Company on Purfoy Road in Fuquay Arena. It's about 1.7 miles from here, with a Memorial Day ceremony today at 10 in the morning.
Okay. Thank you. Goodbye. Well, there is some nice parking and a lot of open space over there. We didn't know. I mean, that's I would just say that's unexpected. But that was by where we were yesterday, except for, did we actually pass in front of Bob Barker? I guess we did. I don't know. We didn't see it. We'll go look. Well, she offered to take us in the shipping and receiving end, and we disengaged. And here are the flags. my only comment is it looked great from the street up there, but anybody wanting to go visit the flags then has to walk up the little embankment here. They do all have little solar lights at the base, so it should have looked pretty at night, yeah. Well, I don't know what's in store for the rest of the night, but we got 1.5 inches, almost 1.1, almost 1.6.
You could tell from the creek at the park.
Yeah, the creek at the park definitely showed that we had some rain. All right. Don's going to check on my printer. I am not messing around. My alarms are going off in the house, and the deer has been down there across the bridge eating on stuff twice now. When I chased it off, there it goes. When I chased it off the first time, then it decided to come back. Not cool. No, it's not cool. You need to go much farther away this time. There's lots of woods over there. You're welcome to eat whatever you want on that side of the driveway. I'm gonna get myself killed out here trying to chase the deer out of the yard. This is like the 3rd or 4th time in as many days. There's the hawk. Maybe the hawk could buzz you and talk you out of being down here. He's over in here eating on stuff. I see you. I still see you. I don't know what tender thing I have in my yard that you want. You need to move on. Far away from my yard. It's not running very fast. But he is farther away now. And I've gotten more exercise than I wanted. Hi, are you coming to help? He goes, you need me, Mom? I'm here if you do. So this is my next build. I am combining the original instructions and 2 mocks. One mock is going to give me a 48 by 32 base plate to put it on, so it's, you know, just kind of even looking. And the other mock is going to make the beekeeper's house 2 stories. So I am looking forward to that. I'm not going to get very far tonight, but I've got my instructions organized, my pictures organized. I was going to pull out the bag to build the top half of the house, which is part of the kit. The bottom half is new bricks. And, you know, just be ready for when I got my chance tomorrow to really dig into it. Or I might futz with it after dinner, but probably not because it's already going on 8 o'clock.